Hello all, welcome back to Geek, Feng, Shui. I'm your host and game master, Bob Sellers Jr. Shout out to our friends at Cata Good Brewing here in Caston Manorville, under pressure in Golden Valley, and south by southeast in beautiful Pine Island, or venues of similar nature near you and yours. Family, pet, kid, fun-friendly places where pets are often allowed in, if not out, depending upon food rules and regulations in your area or the area that you're visiting. Family orientated, family themed. Check out their calendars on their respective websites or on Facebook for events such as beer choir, trivia, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, book clubs, and more. Fun places, fun times, fun people. Check them out. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website at geekfengshui.com, and this channel, which we appreciate if you like, subscribe, and setting on the bell. Commentary is welcome also, but it's moderated, so be polite, even if you're critical. Trolls need not apply unless you're playing one in World of Warcraft. Please hit the like button. It does help if you watch it like it. I do, because I know the creators go to a lot of effort each time they do a video. It might not seem much of an effort to you as you're watching it, but it can be, and often is, behind the scenes. But subscribe if you'd like, set the bell if you don't want to get notified, set it accordingly. So what we're going to do tonight, pardon my coughing, is a fall season. Finally got my Death Knight on the Horde side. I got my Druid up, which I'll do a video on coming up to 55, so we create the Death Knight, and we have Miss Pac-Man, who's going to be a Frost Blood Death Knight. Now, before you ask, I did a couple of initial quests like we done in the mailbox, because I sent bags and fundage so that I can show you what it's like leveling Death Knight with heirlooms and the only thing you really missed out is getting on the being able to rune forge something and finding your initial weapons, which I replaced right away with the heirlooms, which you're not able to necessarily as easily as I'd like to get to Ogrimmar to have them rune forged, but we will get to that. So right now the quest I have is to go down and report to all the bags. If you're asking, she is going to be a miner in a skinner. I have the bag set up here. So we will go down, hopefully. I do have the sound of the game on. I don't know if you can hear it or not. But I decided, well, I often play without music or much sound. So what I was trying to do is give you guys something to listen to other than me yapping. But apparently I don't know how to quite mix the volumes. I think what I'll try doing, now that I turned it way down in the game, I do not have the music on. People were finding that to be distracting. So anyway, I've gone into dual specking. When you start out with a Death Knight, you don't have much fundage unless you get to the mailbox. And you have 4 bags, so I do have 4 bags that I can put in the bank. I have my tanking looms, as it were. These are the bags you get 12 slaughters. I did go over to the Alliance side and get their 20 slot leather working. Initially, when you start out, you're in frost spec anyway. So I already have a horse. And you get riding right away. And then I have the, when I got up to level 40, I was able to get this mount, which works out really nice from the vendor that's on there. For different things you can get off of there, or you can sell junk in the middle of the field, which is nice. You don't want to go back to town. And on the other side, you'll have some items available that you can use, up to including bags if you need them, 14 slaughters. So for those that wonder about death knights, you can only create one per server. Once you have a character on that server reach 55, and only on one faction. Now, that is to say, if you want to spend some money, you can transfer a Death Knight. So, for example, if I wanted to transfer this Death Knight over to another realm, I could create another Death Knight here and have another Death Knight on another realm. And then transfer that DK back. I mean, it does get expensive with transferring. And for those that wonder about that, let's say I've decided that my two servers are going to be white main for Alliance because they're in the minority, and Benediction for several reasons. One, the Horde are in minority. The Alliance Benediction were a pain in my derriere when I was dungeon running. And I feel bad because it's like, I would say 20% of the people I ran with that were from Benediction were nice people, but at 10% or the 90 percentile, my ignore lists across all my characters are 95% Benediction on my Alliance side. Did not have that problem with Horde. Laughing Coffins is my guild on the Horde side. I did create Geek, Feng, Shui guild. On the Alliance side, just to put my guild characters together over there. Again, I wasn't too partial to the Alliance on Benediction. Apologies to those that are not troublemakers over there, but I did finally get ganked. I had Alliance. I was running my characters. I got to was trying to get my torn characters, which, by the way, all my character classes that can be torn are at least one. I have more than one. But I was going over to Booty Bay just to get the flight point. There's a hunter fishing. You watch me go up. I have spy, so what spy does, it warns me. I targeted. He waited till I got the flight point and was hearthing out and killed me. Now another time, a druid tried to kill off my druid going there, and didn't know the rule apparently that he who attacks first is killed by the guards. So yeah. we'll see how my volume comes out on my microphone. I have my microphone maxed out. I was just trying to give you guys something to listen to other than me rambling or silence. Got 10 there. What do we have left? Oh, the arrows. Now, it takes a village, so all my characters feed into one another. I'm going to try to get my druid up to 70 for a couple of reasons. One, before I introduce her, is that once you get one character to 70, the rest of them get flying at 68. Funky rules that they are. Now, the starting gear for a Death Knight is not all that bad. Heirlooms do have better specs, particularly when you start at level 55. Wearing my nerdy dad t-shirt that the youngest got me. Yeah, heirlooms, if you're going to go that route, are either A, an investment in gold, if you're in a guild that has the reputation to get them, or time to get all of them. Because, like I said, on mine, I ran a lot of heroics and others, and wintergrass, because the shoulders you have to get from wintergrass or the heirloom vendor. You don't get them as a citizen. Guess I didn't. I thought I killed them all. Apparently not. Oh, those are scarlet peasants. That's the difference. Yeah, I'm back. One advantage of Death Grip. Now, I should point out, along with heirlooms for a while anyway, until they release, they have a buff out that gives you 50% experience gains, or experience gains increased by 50%, so you will level a lot faster, even without heirlooms. So if you're thinking of starting a character or getting back into it, now would be the time to level up. I guess I got a steel horse. Now, if I'd wanted to spend the transfer money, I could have transferred. This is not going to go well. That's a box. I didn't realize that. Wait till it goes away. Okay. See if I can outrun him. Feeling I can't. Oh, there he goes. Pay attention. But if you want, I'll look at that and show you the difference. I decided to leave Scarlet Fury over on the other server simply because when I'm farming, let's see what the Horde are doing. And again, I do have alliance on this server. They're all level 1 at the moment. I'll introduce some of them. I'm trying to make this channel all about startup characters. But I'm going to introduce two. One is going to be the Worgen, because I did that in another video. Alliance side, I'm going to do that on the other alliance side on the other side. I believe I did that. Oh, I missed out when I did that. Turned that quest in. Got to go find the horseman challenging. There's a quest where you have to go through and challenge acolytes. It's kind of a neat starting area now. Way back when I did a video of traveling around. I don't know if it's, I can look, but I found the starting area. and it was empty. And the reason it was empty is because there's a layering thing that they do. And you don't see anybody if they're 40 levels or higher, I think is how that works. So when my character came through, they did not see anybody here or alliance, because I think they separate them too. So the alliance aren't with the alliance, I mean with the horde and vice versa. Your first relic. This mount is 18,000 gold. Back in the day before they had tokens, I did actually do a lot of running back when it was a lot of work and saved up for it and got it. And it was not as good as this. This was the more advanced one. There was a lesser one at the time I got it, so that you had to invest a lot more. It wasn't 18,000. I can't remember how much it was. It was like $5,000 for the beginning one. But, I made a token worthwhile. Tokens are now, if you look at the store, and there's going to be people that are going to have differing opinions on tokens. Yes, they're down to 19, so people are coming back. But at one point it was 21,000. That's what I think when I bought it. Now, if you're asking about transfers, you can do a character transfer for $25, or you can get a 3-pack for 50. And those have certain limits. They have to be above a certain, and you have to wait 30 days to transfer it back. But and they have 6 and faction changes and whatnot. I think you have to be a certain level, 20 or higher. I can't remember. Obviously, you wouldn't want to spend that for a low level, but and then you have different mounts you can buy, and pets and transmogs. This is an interesting one that people have gotten. It's a big mount, dragon mount. Kind of cool. But one of my favorite WoW channels is Mad Season, and he has a very dark view of that's the way to put it, tokens. He does not like, and I don't blame him. They do bring a certain element of pay to win, so to speak. But if you do it responsibly, I think it has a place in it. For example, I have my other guild. I bought a token on this side and sent half of it over, got the guild and the bank set up, and got most of it back. So that when I go to play my alliance characters, they might not be as wealthy as my horde characters, but they are not broke either. So, oh no. There's training dummies. I don't know if I broke that. I'll reload the UI just to see if it makes a difference. Death Knights are primarily DPS or tanks. And before you ask, Blood is typically the suggested tanking presence, if not spec. Some people do it in Frost, but blood presence that you get later on, not special. I wonder, I got one back in. Some people are in Frost spec in blood presence, because blood presence is what gives you the aggro advantage. So that's why I'll try both, see how it goes. I've seen people try to tank in Frost spec, and no, that's not how that works. If you look at the damage, it's like warriors have few taunts. Well, there we go, I got him back. I must have confused it after messing up that test. That last one I went to shadows. Something for you to learn. So we can select our selection. I'll wait until I do this quest, and I'll go up and do that. So I do have dual spec. Now, people might say you're cheating and you're getting these characters advanced. Well, it's playing the game and spending the effort. I ran heroics and winter grasp until I was sick of them, literally. So I put in the work, and so buying a token to get them, if you can't, if you're just starting out and you don't have someone, a character to do that, then I can see why you do it. Again, not everybody agrees with it. It is what it is. And just, if you have a kid playing it, give them unfettered access to your charge card and go out and buy them left, right. Because I could see somebody going hog wild and buying mounts. Because to show you, talk a little bit about that, the perks are only the backs, helmets, you get a mount too if you want one. Phoenix. All these depend upon how high you are in the guild. But yeah, it's just the helmets in the back, so you can get those from buying. The rest you have to work for, I believe, one way or the other. Which 2 is not a bad thing, except that you want to have helmets for at each spec. The easiest way to do that is to get a cloth helmet because that covers everybody. In case you're young enough, you don't know what Miss Pac-Man. There was a game that started out Pac-Man, and there was Miss Pac-Man, and for a while there was a novel called Ms. Pac-Man. So I'll go with the Ms. Pac-Man. It just sounds cooler than Miss Pac-Man. Try to get creative. That's how I came up with the name Gazoon type character. Because I now have 75 or 65 characters as a max per account. So that's why I'm between the 2 servers. It's like I'm a casual player. I might want to go over and play here. Now I'm kind of focused at the moment on Horde here, Benediction. I could go back and do some alliance on the other server. Not feel. It is weird, I can tell you that, to go on the alliance side and see how much activity there is on this server. And it's almost to me that, let's go and pick our specs. It's almost as if a lot of people came over to I'll show you where you go up to. But I think it's either a lot of people decide to play Horde. If they're gonna play Horde, they play a Benediction because Benediction is higher. I mean, if they're play Alliance, it's Benediction because Benediction is higher in percentage than Horde is on Whitemane. And the funniest conversation I had, I was out herbing on my druid up in Eastern Plaguelands, and I have spotted warm meal. There's a hunter that came up and he didn't kill me, but he sent his pet and I just outran him. And then I didn't see him. All of a sudden, this stranger whispered me and said, "Hey, what is this server?" I played the complete noob. You know, it's almost like a little radar went up, and he said, "Well, you know, this is an Alliance only server. They don't allow Horde." And I said, "Really?" He said, "Because there's no guilds or nothing." I said, "Really? Because I'm in a big guild. If you want to come over." He said, "Just warning." He said some flippant comment like, "Oh, you should know this. Just warning." And then he was gone. And next thing you know, that hunter was back. So I'm pretty sure he was just. Let's see, before we do training, go in here. So the primary one will be Frost. We are going to go. So this is the interesting thing with Frost. I'm going to wait on that. Is that you have the ability to dual wield. Oops, I got more to go here. For giggles and grins, I'll put a point in that because I may try dual wielding. Now on this one, I'm going to activate. And you do have a shared rune pool, so if you get one rune, you can do it on. Let's see, all of them. So then you go to glyphs. I only have a few of them at the moment. I have to get more, but if I go to my trusty so for a frost or for a blood death knight, you want icy touch, heart strike, or rune strike. I'll go with what I have. I can always change them later. My druid is my glyph maker. You want frost strike. Oh, I guess I must have already put one in. Oh. Frost strike. Great. Let's see. So now what we'll do is we'll go and learn blood presence is the tanking. You get some rules. So if you're tanking, what you can see the difference here is blood presence. You get more armor from plate. Reduction of damage increases threat generated, whereas frost presence, increasing damage, increasing runic power generation 10%. So typically you're going to be in frost presence. I mean, people would argue I've done blood presence for DPS. It's not a big deal. So let me go look. I also have the advantage of having my other Death's Knights. Pestilence. Start out with some of these, and you can add other ones as you get more into it. Mind Freeze is useful for numbing. Oh, that's right. That's a. So I think we're set there. If I go into the blood spec, you have to rearrange it, so I'm not going to do that at the moment. The nice thing is I don't have to change weapons or go back and runify the weapon, because that's a thing that I've had happen on my other Death Knights. I forget when you upgrade your weapons, because I didn't have heirlooms at that time. You gotta go back and apply runes again. Somebody go into a 5-man, they say, you don't have anything on your weapon, because people do inspect. What are we doing here? We are. Let's go. I may, for giggles and grins, at some point transfer my Alliance DK to the server. And track how many of these guys I have. Got 4. In reality, it'd be smart because if I transfer the Lions DK over, I could just create another one over there. And so get rid of one of my Lions over here. They're on level 1 anyway. Might be kind of fun. I'll have to cogitate on that. Anyway, I hope the sound's better. If you're missing out on the music and the other stuff, or so I'll listen to, because I hear it and it sounds fine in my ears no matter what I do. So live and learn. I am having fun with the 3 thumbnail option because what did I think? Oh, I must have had to hit the button that I didn't see. Oh, the skeleton escape. My bad. Yeah. This is how you upgrade your armor. We have to go top, as you can see, to turn the quest in. I might do that. Now, the more I think of it, it's worthwhile because if I copy the DK over here and then create the one over there, it'll give me an excuse to level up the Alliance DK again with their moves. And I can show you both sides of the coin. Plus, it'll give me a high-end 85 on this side that can go terrorize. Red sun means a dragon's coming somewhere. Is one of the annoying events. Given the heirlooms and XP bonus, normally when you're done like at 58 when you come out of here. Might be up in 16 to go to outland right away. But I'm going to be a miner and a skinner, so I'll need to go level that up. I'll be able to fly. What would be fun, what I used to do on the other server to annoy the Horde is I would go over, or to see the Alliance, I should say, is I would go over to the Alliance and level outside of Storm, because there was no Alliance, there's no Alliance out there a year. I think I'd have a welcoming party. I may try that just for giggles. I will save these charms. Next time I upgrade. 65, so. Multitask, never good. Oh, I gotta get the iron chain. Dum, dum, dum. As you can see, there is a nuance. I have to wait for runes to build up. So I might change this. See how that works. There's an pauses. 58, you can go to Howland. 60, you can fly there and here. 49ers and the Seahawks are playing and are making the game. I think we got all of these. So the shortcut here is to go to Arcturus Home and we get Icy Touch. Chains of Ice and Blood Boil is very important. Chains of Ice is handy in that it locks your target in place. The wrong level again. I hate when I do that here. There's always suggestions of what you would want as your rotation. I was going to show you of the heirlooms that you can get here. You have the helmets and the shoulders are the ones that are troublesome to get. The only one I got from Wintergrasp is this net. Those are all resilience or PvP gear. Then you have the chest pieces that are from basically running heroics or the high-end dungeons. You get justice points. Same thing with the weapons. And there are other weapons you can get some point I may get them like the sword with I saw opted for the axe across different classes. I try to spend my justice points wisely so that I have more weapons choices. Undoubtedly, at some point I will run some more. So as you pick up more of those, you can get them. Those give you. This is where the advantage of having that mount is going to be. You get to unload stuff. What do I have as a belt? No, I want to put that back. Most did I sell? I want those back. Keep track of what I don't need, what I do need. Don't need the back. These are like health pots. You can only get them here. We'll keep the Crusader skulls. Try to keep all my life-saving stuff over here. All right, so what are we doing now? We're gonna go up and oh, we got this is the fun one because you got to equip 2 side-by-side weapons here. You gotta be careful not to use the wrong attacks because you can kill them before they give up what they're supposed to do. We're gonna figure that out because I would start attacking. It's like I just killed them too fast. It takes a while sometimes. I might switch. I think I'd switch go to blood presence because I'll cause less damage and it takes a while. Hmm. I remember it was annoying as you kill them too fast. So the other option I have is get rid of, take off all my gear. Well, this quest was a pain in the butt. Ah, finally. Well, that took you forever today. think at one time way back when I ended up taking all my gear off except those persuaders. The very first time I did a DK, in the quest, it took me a while to realize that I had to equip those. As odd as it might be, to get that box, you don't realize you have to click it to open it. Again, DKs are few and far between. You only get one per server, unless like I'm thinking about doing where I transfer my alliance one over, which makes a lot of sense now that I consider it. This fight is goes a lot better when you have heirlooms that regenerate life. I've had some nip and tuck fights with this fight. Okay, 10 minutes spent. Got that. I think we have really too much. There was an iQuest I already did, and I think I did that to get it down so I could get down to the mailbox. We had to go through it. And I have to do the. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've done this. I don't know what changes they made to it. They might have taken some stuff out since I read Baroness over on Might be. It's been a minute since I did create her. Now, you wouldn't normally be leveling this fast if it wasn't for A, the 50% boost that they have going before new release, or B, the heirlooms. Because, like I said, I think normally you're done by. So here is, so you used to think we had to do a shrubbery. I don't think they changed that. Another quest. Just a question. I think I have to go up top because it used to be you could intercept the messenger. Yeah, because last time I got done with Red Baroness, she was 58. I still had to do questing to get to 60. It's fine. Yeah, I don't recall having to come up here and get this book up here. Last time I did a Death Knight, you had to go out and hide like your shrubbery and or kill him on that when he's on the road. So yeah, there's some nuances. It's cool to see they've changed things. I know I'm not getting old. It's my memory. I am getting old it is my memory, but that's a discussion for a different. Hopefully this time the sound is, you can hear me yapping. I still get to hear some game sounds. It's good extra XP. We still do have the shrubbery thing. I see it. I'm not as forgetful as I thought. Maybe that's just the mess you're supposed to go to do the meeting to get the plans. All right. This is why hardcore in WoW doesn't work so well, because you see the spawn. I killed the one guy and right away another one spawns. You get into these psycho spawns that are just, you kill one and you keep repairing and repairing and you can't recover from it. Some things just seem different for some reason. So it is my memory of a. So again, you'd only do death knights every so often. Yeah, I'm gonna look like a Scarlet Crusader. So they won't attack me. 49ers, yeah, it looks like 49ers are going to win. This one up. My Vikings are 5-0, so are the Chiefs. We'll see if my Vikings can keep their hopes alive. But Death in Decay is a very powerful tool. Summon unspent talents. I'll go back and redo the blood side of things. Did I do it again? I think I did it again. Keep thinking I have to be down there. I think with writing, I think you automatically get it. Because there's a flying. Let's see. Obviously, I can't fly here. Oh, this is where I got. Oh, this is the fun one because you can. So the trick here is to go back before you land there because it takes forever to crash over there. Because they're swarming all over the place here. So I think this only. Did it wrong. So now imagine doing that way over there and have to ride through and die and ride and die and ride. Done that. Not enough mana. Of course. Find a Crusader to eat. I'm going to go back up here and refresh. Let's reload. Too soon. Horde Winter has the same icon. You could plan it better when you're doing your attack over here, but I don't know. There we go. How many skulls do I have? Well, this is, yeah, so we're at the very end of it here, so I have to go fight the, or do that and go use up my skulls. Battle of Light's Hope in East Chapel is where it all ends up. So 17, they come useful. Every little bit helps. Yeah, I was going around trying to get over to the Ghostlands, and one of the characters, I can't remember which one it was, and I stumbled on this. I know this is like the Death Knight starting area. Maybe they didn't come out here. Well, they did. Remember. Where did my thing? Because when I came up here back then, before I wasn't, obviously wasn't a Death Knight, there was a lot of helpful things here that made it uncomfortable. These guys were all up here. Abominations. That was one for 10. 5 minutes. There we go. You can tell I'm the only one here. When I was doing it on the Alliance White Man, there was two other ones, and you're not mixing Horde because it's a PvP op service. Obviously, I don't know if I'm regular ones or but you want to have Horde and Alliance mixing here. So it took about 2 hours to go through, well, 2.5 hours to go through. So we're all said and done. Whereas with the Goblin, it took I think 4.5. Was 5. I'm going to time going through and I'm going to do the other Alliance one that I've done before. That one's a lot. It's like a Goblin one. That was a lot longer because it combines the first and second parts together. So the 49ers are 3-3. The Seahawks are 3-3. Vikings and Chiefs both have byes this week. So there's still only 5 games played. Every team gets a bye, but they're spread out throughout the year. Some get early, some get late. Now I'll get back to doing some more of the Assassin's Creed 2. I've gotten away from that. Given my recent visit to Greece, I may go to start doing Odyssey. Like the dailies of I don't know if Odyssey had dailies or not. I don't recall. One minute. I'm gonna do this in blood spec. The other thing is with the runes, I mean, trinkets, as long as I kill stuff, I do a life leech of sorts. Can you die in this fight? Yes. Listen, if you get overwhelmed, clicking the wrong things. I believe you can anyway. Then you go into shame and overpower. They throw things at you as you come into town. Well, hopefully the sound quality is better. You can hear me better. I'll listen to it myself. I knew I had the volume. I was trying to figure out setting the volume. Hopefully I got it mixed better. Probably get more light. Pause the TV because I wanted to see something. least I missed the leveling between 55 and 59 is, or 58 is kind of painful because you have dungeons that nobody really knows how to run. I think when you hit 59, you start getting into the outland dungeons, which makes life a lot easier. If you run dungeons. It's a long, drawn-out sequence. Because eventually, I think it opens a gate and you take it back to the gate part, and then you get your final points, and it flies you to Org. Because normally there's a portal, one for Alliance, one for Horde there. Again, you don't mix when you're there. Well, I don't know if you do or not. I don't spend much time in there with them. And now we have a death kit. Spell. Once I go back, I might try dual wielding. Let's see what I'm here. So I have to go. It's right. Ping pong time. Now the trick is to get out of here. They'll yank you back. Well, the trainers are back. I don't think they are. Let's resets it. So if I want to be really stupid, I'm going to Stormwind. So yay, we're in Orgrimmar. It took us. Death Knights are at Scourge. So I must have to go up to get flying, do transmog and see how luck we can get. And so now I have Flight Master's license. Check if that changes. So I thought I had, I don't know if that mounts mine's faster. I think this one's faster than that. It's my helmet. So one of these. So I thought that was actually the tanking helmet. I think there isn't really a tanking one. So if I want to get a cool look, Get the blue look. So now what you can do is you can change your because theoretically I could use the oh, that can't be transferred. Where am I? Oh, that's the wrong helmet. That's why. So this is the tanking head anyway. Tanking helm. There's a tanking helm. I just was looking at the mail apparently. All right. So for the blood one, I go back and change that for the so you can have all kinds of fun with the different armor sets. Those are the same. These are the same gloves until I get different pants. So yeah, so now if I go there, I have a look. I have what I'm into. Now professions are another thing I gotta look at. Maybe a Skinner minor. I like to put these up on top to remind me. I'll go check my other settings. I have to make sure I got my talent set the way I'm trying to find the icy veins. I follow them. I was just winging it as I was going along here. Not that they're the knowing all end all, but there. I got cooking. I really don't necessarily get into cooking as much as I should. Cloth making, I'm keeping the cloth for the first aid. I don't. I'm keeping the cloth for my cloth maker. But yeah, we'll start our adventures in Outland. Not in this video. I'm just going to go back over here and work myself and call it a video, I think. That's Death Knight. I'm seriously considering transferring my alliance over here to one of my alliance clicks. They're all level 1s otherwise. But I can create another alliance Death Knight over there. So thoughts and ideas. But that is that, and this is the new look. I like the old look in a way. Scare the tar out of the alliance maybe. But yeah, say hello to our friends at Cata Good Brewing here in Castle Manorville under pressure in Golden Valley, south by southeast in beautiful Pine Island, or venues of similar nature near you and yours. Family, pet, kid, fun, friendly, fun filled. Check their calendars, whether it's on their websites or on Facebook. Book club, beer choir, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and more. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website at geekfengshui.com, and this channel, which we really do appreciate if you like, subscribe, and saying the bell, and commentary. Just keep it between the lines. It's moderated because of the trolls. And please just go press the like button. It really does help this creator and others when you watch their videos to like their videos. It just gets, shows that you like the work that they do to help them get better. But with that, I will take off and leave you to the music. Have a good one.